Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man getting the start here in week one. A big test for their rookie quarterback.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Boy, so great to see the NFL back in San Diego. Remember, of course, the Chargers left following the 2016 season, so it's been a little while. But the folks here, they certainly never wavered in their hopes or desires that they would get another shot at NFL football here in San Diego. And now that day is here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Condors are on the board here first in the season opener.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by the rookie. Expectations high here as he's making his first NFL start.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
To the sideline and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
They'll run on first down. Cameron, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
They go play action here on first down. Escapes the sack. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Now a give, right side. Stovall.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
In motion, the tight end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Up the middle they go. Stovall. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Looking to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Condors are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Clayton. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, Cameron. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Back to throw here.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
And on fourth down, is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd and 4.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Cantrell. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
In motion comes the tight end left. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrison. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Stovall, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 5.
They'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll look to throw here. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Condors are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They'll look to throw again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards.
And the Redwoods get a bit closer. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Condors offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Stovall.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Going to throw right side here, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. One more go for this offense in the first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at one.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Redwoods are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. For this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Clayton.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He finds his man complete. It's Clayton. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Cameron. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redwoods are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Condors offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. Cameron. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
He saw the pressure, and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He's going to try and do this himself.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They'll try the left side. Stovall. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On third down, Stovall. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try and run for it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
He'll get that complete to Harrison.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On first down, Stovall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Stovall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Condors get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. 2nd and 13. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Fielded just inside the 20. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stovall, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a give right side. Stovall, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go. Stovall. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th quarter deficit. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He completes it to Nelson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll look to throw again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Open man is Cantrell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Stovall.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
Now a handoff up the middle. Stovall. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Stovall. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the home team here, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.